Hold on, everybody. Just calm. Nobody panic. Stop panicking. Hi, everybody. Welcome to NGS Season 13. We are here with the Division C East game between teams of Owlbuild and HOTSfrandos. Getting right into the thick of things here, unless the ad is still running. The ad is probably still running. The ad's still running. But anyways. Hold on. Nobody panic. Now that we have a second, just pop you guys over here for a quick sec.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me. And Raw to take the 3v1. Gets one. Looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Ball, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
There we go. Welcome everybody to NGS Season 13. Division C East. We've got a couple of games between the teams of Owlbuild and HOTSfrandos. Yeah, so let's get into it here. So, coin toss was tossed. The victor of the coin toss was Frandos? I think it was the Frandos. Either way, the Frandos got map pick, so we have banned out Tomb of the Spider... Curse of the Spider Tomb? Tomb of the Spider Queens and Sky Temple from HOTSfrandos. Owlbuild banning out Alterac Pass and Brex's Holdout. And HOTSfrandos taking us to Towers of Doom. Towers of Doom. So that's where we're going for game 1 of this 3-match series. Best of 3. Why is that still a little bit? Hold on. Just a little. Yeah. Is that right? That looks fine. Master is ready. And we'll get these boys on. Oh. Are we going? I heard the gong.
Towers of Doom.
Yeah, there we are. Let's go. Blue team banning first, which of course is the Owlbuild. So Owlbuild getting the privilege of first pick. And first ban. So we'll see what comes out in the first ban. Usually for a first ban, you get a free first pick, or you can just spend it on something meta and huge. I personally like to get a free ban out before getting out the meta picks if you're first pick, but you know. To each their own. Maybe things work out in different ways to people who know different things. Nah. So first ban coming out, and within the next 8 seconds, we're going to be seeing a hero get banned by the name of Zeratul. Zeratul is a backline problem for anybody who is, you know, just a little bit squishy. Zeratul can make your day just all that much rough, especially in the late game. His ability to dive in and out and get kills quickly and effectively is a terror. So that's a good ban from the side of Owlbuild. Water. First ban coming from the side of the Frandos. We got Stukov. Stukov is an excellent healer and provides unparalleled disruption. A good Stukov is a terror in the right hands. And I got a sneeze. Thank you. Next band's coming up from the side of Owlbuild. I should have said excuse me. That was a weird little crossfire in my brain. Blaze getting banned out from the side of Owlbuild. Blaze is an effective offlaner and can also double as a tank. Even though he's labeled as a tank, I think of him more as an offlaner because of his ability to provide a ton of wave clear and self-sustain. Not saying he can't tank, but I think of him more as an offlaner. And HOTSfrandos banning out Tychus. So, interestingly enough, the larger meta picks have been completely unpicked. The large meta picks being both Johanna and Rhaegar. Both heroes rocking approximately 60% win rate in terms of Storm League, so, you know, doesn't completely translate to the NGS competitive scene as is usually the case, but we do see Rhaegar getting picked up on the first pick. Which does leave Johanna up, who is a terrifying tank in the right hands. So we'll see if the Frandos are willing to go for it. Right wing first pick, or are we just going to ignore the Johanna entirely? Do neither of these teams play Johanna? That would seem to be the case. Or maybe we just don't prioritize it as much. I think Johanna is great on this map, and I'm surprised to see it. There she is. There's the girl. Johanna getting picked up inside of Owl build into Hawkeye. And I'm just going to swap. Let's take a couple steps back. HOTSfrandos picking up the Brightwing and the Sonya. So Brightwing provides excellent global utility, and Sonya is a scrappy team fighter and can double soak reasonably. The other two picks up from the side of Owl build. Johanna, as I said, is one of the more meta picks, and Dahaka is a pretty powerful offlaner, especially because of his ability to dive right into the fight. Alarak is getting banned. Who plays Alarak? He's a good hero. If you know how to play Alarak, you can be a terror on him, especially getting a ton of stacks. I didn't do any scouting, so I assumed the Alarak was an excellent ban. They were gonna pick it up, and they're like, damn, they saw right through us. Stitches getting banned out from the side of Owl build. Stitches is a big meaty tank, and I hate him. I do not like the Stitches. And I'm glad to see him in not this game. Although he's kind of fun to watch, but to play against he's a pain. Falstad getting picked up in the Org. So HOTSfrandos does have two globals on their side, as well as a Hongfte and Tomb. But we're still waiting for the mage pick from the side of HOTSfrandos, something that I can follow up on Tomb, or unless we're going the march, you know, that is a big skeleton swing. Lunar and Kalithos getting picked up from the side of Albuild. That does a ton of damage. Albuild has a solid. Oh! Phoenix! Are we gonna see some Planet Cracker? Some Entomb Planet Cracker action? I hope we are. Alright! First game of the night. I'm getting positioned in my chair, grabbing a sip of water. Yum. Hold on, how much time do we have left on the pre-roll ads? Okay, can't run one yet, so we're gonna save it for the next pick. So around halftime, people are gonna see ads if they're rolling in. That's fine. We'll take care of that as the need arises. Phoenix! But yeah, Towers of Doom, Owl build versus HOTSfrandos. We got Rhaegar, Johanna. Wait, main tank Leo? Oh my god. I didn't even notice that. We'll get to that in a sec. Rhaegar, Johanna, Kalithos, Lunara, and Dahaka. An extremely meta build. KT, Lunara, Dahaka. Everybody knows about these heroes. On the other side, we got some crazy stuff going on. We got Falstad, we got Brightwing, Phoenix, Sonya, and main tank Leoric, I guess. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even see it. My eyes were blind.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Outside. Weird. Anyways, introducing these teams, we got Segotai on the Lunara, Bishop Mist on the Kalithos, Odd Thought on the Johanna, Pokey Flute Rock on the Rhaegar, and hold on. Calamansi on the Dahaka. Over to the side of the Frandos, on the red side, we got Grismore on the Leoric, main tank Leoric, H. Kawhi, Rock on the Sonya, Fur on the Brightwing, or Paher. Fur sounds better. Cutie Puppy on the Falstad, and Dalzim on the Phoenix. Let us see what we get in the mid lane scuffle. A little bit of scouting from Sonya, Johanna on the left side over here. Some bush checking with the Brightwing bombs. And there we go. Not a whole lot. New York taking a bunch of damage and is about to spread some bomb. Nope. We're good. And here we got Owl. What's going on? Hey, hold up. Main tank, Sonya. I guess we don't really have like a conventional tank on the side of the Frandos. I'm very curious to see how this will shake out. Johanna doing a little bit of aggressive scouting. Phoenix none the wiser. Falstad about to check it. He's been spotted! Over the side of Albild's looking for an invade here. Falstad does fly away, leaves a bit of lightning, but that does leave 2 on the side of HOTSfrandos to pick up the camp, but Albild does not step into it. I think they could have. I think the enemy team was split enough that they could really just force them off the camp and maybe have gotten a couple of kills, but that's fine. Falstad flying down from doing stuff. Ooh. Pumpkins getting ran in. Albild getting them close enough. Looks like they'll be able to get the clear on their own Pumpkins. Oh, Kawaii getting fairly low. Light living bomb doing a little bit of damage. Phoenix warping away, just about dying to the Lunara poison. A little bit of tap. And that is that. Let's take a quick peek over to what our offlaners are doing. Tahaka doing a pretty good job. A little bit of damage on both sides of these gates. On the top lane, both these, you know, it's off lane. It's super interesting. Especially with a double soak, because that's all you really get to do. Ooh, Phoenix getting a little bit caught out in the lightning, not enough to peel them off, and that'll be a dead Phoenix for the side of HOTSfrandos. Albild getting a little bit of a lead. A lot of pain coming on from the side of Albild. They do have the damage. Shrines are up, and Albild is pushing into this fort with vengeance. HOTSfrandos just trying to get into position, but Albild does have a stiff hold on the bot lane. There's nothing down here. Camp is coming up. Mid front is up. Nobody's really making a move for it. The Haka we can see on the mini map is already on his side of the shrine. The Orc on theirs. So there's just a simple handshake going on in the top lane. Scuffle over the mid shrine is being active. We got the Haka burrowing into the back line. Not able to get anything just yet. A polymorph comes out to negate some of the damage. The Orc comes in looking for a little bit of pain out. Kawaii trying to spin to win. Oh, everybody on the side of Aldo solo, but looks like the Johanna will be going down with that last living bomb. And somebody got the channel. Who was it? Elbow got the channel. Well, in the mid lane, we do have a little bit of a gank onto Dahaka, but Dahaka is a tough target to get a grip on. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, Albild is just simply pushing in down there. Falstad flies down to get some defense going, as the rest of the team of Albild clears their own camp here. Side of HOTSfrandos, their camp is up. They'll be stepping into that right away. Johanna picking up some of the soak in the mid lane to help out our friendly neighborhood Dahaka. Pretty Puppet getting a little bit aggressive with their positioning. Fortunately, Johanna wasn't around to secure the CC and the getaway, so that will be that. Pumpkins in the bot lane getting pushed into Albild. A lot of pressure coming in from the side of Albild. A lot of pressure. Oh, but those Q stacks are beginning to rack up with the Falstad. A lot of damage is coming out, especially with Boomerang. On 7. 2 Pumpkins making it in. Oh, Kawaii looking for a little bit of damage, spinning her way out of that. Alter will be up in just a couple of seconds. It'll be just 1 in the middle here. Looks like HOTSfrandos is on the chase, trying to get a little bit of pressure on. Got bot lane secured up. Looks like the Hako is moving down. Leorp will be a little behind this. This might be the shrine going over to Albild. Would be a little bit aggressive to try to delay this. Especially with Falstad getting a little bit of chonk going on. And Brightwing is not the strongest single target healer unless she spends an entire Z to do it. Ooh, Dalzim looking real aggressive for something, but can't quite warp out in time. Phoenix going real hard for it, but is not quite able to pay off with the aggression. Especially with the amount of heal that Johanna offers to the team. Gotta say, bot lane is not looking too good for the side of the Frandos. Albeld is pushing in with a ton of pressure and a lot of power. And 10's coming online for the side of Albeld, so we got Leaping Strike on the Johanna, on the Lunara, excuse me. Phoenix getting picked up by the KT. Isolation for the Dahaka, Blessed Shield on the Johanna, and Ancestral Healing on the Rega. Phoenix coming out to just do a little bit of damage, do a little bit of zoning. Get some free damage onto the fort. Z coming up from the Brightwing to make sure our friendly neighborhood tank, Sonya, is healthy. Falcine dodging a KT Living Bomb while they're in the void. Ooh, a CC's chain lens on the Sonya. Not able to follow up on it though. Flame Thread just misses. And the double top shrine is being activated. Both these bot laners looking for something. Ooh, Fawcett diving in a little aggressive. Is able to walk their way out of there. Frandos picking up their own siege camp, which should give them a little bit of an advantage, especially if Albeld is being as aggressive as they are. Maybe a little bit too aggressive. 10s are online for the side of the Frandos. Phoenix come online. Ooh, Leap just misses with the help of the friendly Faust. Don't like to see that. Sonya getting low. Shield comes out, lands on Sonya, and Sonya gets picked off. Frandos are in a split position, and looks like they'll be having to give up this fountain, this table, this altar. Things are not looking too good for the side of the Frandos. We've not seen their full strength yet. They do have a very interesting combo coming online with their tans, with that being Mighty Gust, Blink Heal, Purification Salvo, Leap, and Entomb. Leap does do a good deal of damage on the back end. We are being very aggressive for being down to man HOTSfrandos. We are looking not too great. Big stun on the back line. Phoenix getting real low, warps out of there, dodges yet another Living Bomb. Good timing on that. And the poke from the side of Frandos is... no, poke. Oh, we're doing a little bit of engagement onto the Dahaka. Dahaka is not quite in position. And meanwhile in the bot lane, Phoenix once again getting caught out. Did we use shield for that? No, we did not. That was just a passive kill. HOTSfrandos picking up some of this sweet, sweet mid soap. Albeld rocking it in the bot lane. Bottom tower getting flipped for the side of Albeld. Now Albeld is in full control of the bot lane. And on Towers of Doom, this is what you like to see for your own team. Having control of the enemy's keep in the bot lane means you have control over 2 shrine spots, both mid and bottom, especially bottom. As well as the 2 pumpkin camps that you can spawn and get some free points off of. You see onto the Phoenix. Sonya doing a little bit of leaping in the backline, trying to secure the getaway on Phoenix, and that exactly happens. Oh, Cutie Puppy just barely dodges a Flame Strike, but it looks like Albeld is in full control of both of these shrines. We'll be able to capture both of them, especially with the bottom shrine being in their control, doing an additional 2 points of damage, 1 per each shrine that is active. HOTSfrandos is in a bit of a tough position. Not a lot they can do here. Looking for a gank on Dahaka, but it's tough to get a gank on Dahaka. Especially with the pumpkins rolling into the bot lane, which is another 3 points off the core. HOTSfrandos is real behind here. It's not looking so hot. HOTSfrandos trying to clear these pumpkins before they become points on the core, and that they do. Albeld being surprisingly passive. I guess we're waiting for the shield to be up, which it is right now. Oh, shield. Condemn lands on the Falstad. I knew it started with F. HOTSfrandos getting a little bit of damage onto the bottom front. This is 5 men though for the 5 bot lane for the side of the Frandos, so they are spending a lot of stuff here to try and secure this fort back under their control, which does not seem to be the case. We can see Falstad looking probably for a cheeky gust or something. There's the fly. Ooh, nope, 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 no, 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 get right out of there. Oh, cutie puppy, we saw what you were going for, but the time was a little bit off, and thankfully we didn't spend too much out of it. Now, unfortunately for the side of the HOTSfrandos, this is a triple alter phase. And hold on, excuse me, Tahaka is getting a little bit of gank going on. Ooh! He looks like Tahaka will be getting out of that. Get his tongue onto, what is that? Sonia's only getting tongued and silenced. Ooh, last little bit of damage comes out. Oh, yes! Phoenix finishing off the Dahaka, but unfortunately the shield does go out and lands on Sonya for the counter kill. And there's one shrine picked up from the side of HOTSfrandos. We're looking for this one here. Ooh, Phoenix getting a little bit of damage. Yes! Phoenix finishing off the Lunara. Oh, Falstad getting real low. And there's two shrines picked up for the side of Frandos. This is what the Frandos are looking for. They did have to give up the bottom temple, but it doesn't quite matter a whole lot, especially, you know, being as far down as they are. And they are looking like they'll be down in time to secure the pumpkins. Your world is upside down. Why was that so loud? But yeah, pumpkins getting finished off by the side of HOTSfrandos, and looks like they're getting back into the game here. Being on even talent tiers, everyone's at 16s. And they may have, oh, Johanna getting focused on here. Can we get it? No, not quite. Shield is up, so Johanna, the risk of an encounter gauge is existing. But we are still in the situation where it's tough to get damage onto this fort, especially with the amount of wave clear that Owl build has. There's a gust to just try to push them off and get this fort back. And it looks like they're able to do that. Ooh, cutie puppy getting shredded with that Falstad blast. And there's a shield coming out onto the Phoenix. Sony trying to leap in for the save. Does get the save, but at the cost of her own life. Phoenix trying to warp in. Is that warp warfare? Ooh, very good healing from the Brightwing. Is that warp warfare? That is not warp warfare. That's just running in, trying to get a little bit of damage out there. And this is a tough shrine for HOTSfrandos to get into. This may be game. This is a tough one to get back, especially being down 2, and the shrine being in the bottom here, which, as I've mentioned before, is already under their control. Phoenix is able to get away. Oh, and Tomb lands on 2, but do we have the damage follow-up to get it? Looks like we're going for it, but we do have Rhaegar already channeling the point. It is looking like it's going to be game, and yeah, the counter engage does not quite pan out as they want, and that is GG. Game 1, going over the side of Owl build. Where's my button? Ugh. F1, gonna pop over the score. Pretty dominant game, I have to say, from Owl build, and that's kind of what I expected with the picks that they picked up in draft. Leaving the Johanna open, I must say, wasn't exactly super wise. And I'm just waiting for the stream to catch up so I can run the ad so people can have a good time joining in. There we go. Run the ad break, and here we go. Alright. Very clean game from the Owl build, I must say. I'm pretty sure. Yes, the ads should be running, so not a lot of people can hear me. Is my extension working yet? No, it's busted. Pop over to the talent screen here. Nobody quite hit 20s yet. Yeah, that was a pretty dominant game from the side of Owl build, I must say. Mm-hmm. Alright, that should be it for the ads, so anybody joining late won't get an ad right in their face just as they're joining, giving them the optimal amount of time to enjoy the game as they're happening. Let's see, let's take a quick peek at these towns. We've got Rhaegar going for good old totem build, Colossal Totem, Grounded Totem, Wellspring, and Earth Grasp Totem. An easy to execute build. And quite fun and effective. One of the more popular ones, and is still very strong. Johanna going for Zealous Glare, Hold Your Ground, Sins Exposed, Blessed Shield, Blessed Hammer, and Shrinking Vacuum. So some Condemned talents and good talents. You know, just some fun stuff. I don't know a lot about Johanna builds, but yeah. KT going for Mana Addict, Netherwind, Burned Flesh, Phoenix, Pyromaniac, and Ignite. Oh wait, that's standard. That's very standard. I don't know what I'm thinking. That is standard. Lunara going for a Sentinel Wisp, and the game has been invited. I will pop over to the correct screen. Alright, looks like game 2. We're heading over to Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow. Wait for the picks to roll in, the rest of the team to roll in before we're able to know who is first or last picks. We'll figure out that in just a couple seconds here, but heading over to Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow, one of the larger maps, one of the more classical maps, and quite fun. It's a good map. Everybody likes this map. A lot of people like this map. Some people don't like this map. I like it. I think it's fun and gives a lot of tactical decisions along the way, especially with 2 bosses, and just the right amount of camps. Just the right amount of camps. Not as much camps as Garden of Terror, which thankfully isn't in the rotation for this season. You know, it's just the right amount of camps. You got 1 night camp, you got 1 siege camp, and 1 boss camp per side. Just get those done, and you got a whole bunch of time to do whatever you want. But yeah. The game one, I gotta say, really went over to the side of Owl Build, and once again, they're on the wrong side. Boom. There we go. There they go. Yes, indeed. So, game number 2, heading over to Cursed Hollow. I'm hoping, at least, that HOTSfrandos will have learned their lesson and knows the bans to take to counter a lot of Owl Build's draft, because leaving that much power open inside of Owl Build is, you know, not exceptional. You know, HOTSfrandos did have an unconventional draft themselves, not having a conventional tank. So it should be first pick team 2. So that means that first pick picked is from the side of Owl Build. Owl Build picking the map. HOTSfrandos going for first. Wait, team 1. Hold on. The other way. There we go. Caster ready. Nobody checks if Caster is ready. They just go. They're gonna make me cry. It's gonna be real sad. But anyways, game number 2. We'll see what we got in these bands over here. First band coming in from the side of Owlbuild. What's it gonna be? I gotta say, I'm surprised HOTSfrandos didn't go for first pick. Guess we figured Cursed Hollow is a weaker map. Burnt my hand today on the stove. I didn't realize the pan would be that hot. Halstead band coming in from the side of Owlbuild. Yeah, that Halstead did some numbers. Put some damage out. HOTSfrandos has their own ban here, and I would expect at least one of Johanna or Rhaegar here. At least one. There's one. There's the girl, yeah. Johanna, if you ask me, is the stronger of the two, in my personal convictions. But yeah. Owlbuild getting their own second ban coming out here. We could see something from the last game. We could see something new. Get one of the meta picks out and just deny all meta assets. Stukov getting locked out there. Alright. Second ban coming from the side of the Frandos. Rhaegar getting banned out. Yes, that's both of the larger picks. Knocking them offline. So now Owlbuild is forced to rely on things other than the top 60% performers. And the first pick, there's not really an obvious first pick here, except maybe Dahaka, especially on this map. Dahaka being a stronger pick, strong global presence, powerful team fight abilities. Brightwing getting picked up for the side of the Frandos, and Lunar getting counterpicked, denying the pick from the side of Alba. I believe it was Segotai who was rocking the Lunara. Yep, Brightwing, strong global presence, able to help out the offlaner in a split second, or rather 3 seconds, which is the time it takes to channel the Z. Is it 3 seconds or 2 seconds? I think it's 2 seconds. I think it's 2 seconds. Next, two picks over from the side of Alba. We got Tychus and Debab. It's fun looking. Tychus is a strong damage dealer overall, very focused single target damage, has a decent amount of wave clear, especially if you take the grenade talent, and Diablo himself has a ton of utility and is very powerful on maps with tons of brush and walls, such as the one we are going to right now. Alarak ban coming up from the side of the Frandos, once again denying that from the enemy team altogether. I'm guessing it's Bishop Mist that rocks the Alarak. And Owlbuild getting their third and final ban of the series. Most likely a tank. I would suspect maybe a damage dealer they're afraid of. Maybe the Leoric. But I would ban a tank. Yeah, there it is. ETC getting locked out. HOTSfrandos getting their own 2 picks coming online. I'm surprised at the ETC ban. ETC has been out of the meta for quite some time. I think it's pretty easy to deal with, but I suppose there's not a whole lot of interrupts from the side of Owlbuild showing so far. Just Grenade, and Diablo does have a trick for it, and I think if you take longer tongue, Dahaka can take it. Either way, HOTSfrandos picking up Garrosh, who is a fun boy to watch, and Leoric. I'm happy to say that HOTSfrandos has a conventional tank on their team, so we'll see if conforming to society's norms works out for them. Last 2 picks coming over the side of Owlbuild. We got Anna and some kind of mage, right? Hit me with something. Give me like a Mayav. Give me something spicy. Li Ming. The conventional Anna Ming combo. Yeah, because Li-Ming does very well with an Anna friend because it resets, and spell power ability and cooldown reduction synergize extremely well, and she can do a ton of damage with the nano boost after 10 hits. And the last pick from coming in from side of the Friendos with 4 seconds remaining, we got Jaina getting picked up nearly instantly. Jaina, I think, is a sleeper, especially at the not very high tiers of play, because she gets up very close and personal to deal her damage, and can deal a lot of her damage with as close as she is able to get. And I believe in the higher ranks, it's easier to, capitalize on how close she needs to get to the enemy team, but down here we don't have the reaction speeds of the pros. And I say we as in myself included. So let's pop over to the game screen and take a peek at the comps we got going on. Can I run in? Nope. Loading way too fast. Alright. And Ming, Tychus, Dahaka, and Diablo. Very strong tank play here. Very strong team here. The only outlier I would say is Anna, who has fallen out of the meta as of recently because of how... I don't think there's a particular reason she fell. I think she just... The other healers just outscale her in most circumstances. Anyways. On the side of the Friendos, on the red side, we got Cutie Puppy Rock and the Garrosh, H. Kawhi on the Jaina, Grismore on the Leoric, Dalzim on the Lunara, and Fur on the Brightwing. And I see 3 default horses here. 3.
The battle begins in
On the side of Owl Build, we got Pokeflute Rock and the Anna, Oddthought on the Dababa blah blah blah, Bishop on the Li-Ming, Segotai on the Tychus, and Clamance on the Dahak.
Well, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Let us go. Let's see what we got in the mid lane scuffle. An orb checks a brush. Garrosh lives in the brush. The Babbler is over there, just doing the blah blah blah. The blah 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 blah. Hello, Smackin' Snackin'. How you going? Wave clicking online. Jaina, of course, doing Jaina things. Garrosh just trying to be a bit of a problem. Mid lane getting soaked up. Offlaners offlaning. Let's go, boys. Tonguing from the Haka. Bucket misses from the York. We saw that. We don't see a lot of them, so we're going to call them out as we see them. What do we got going on down here, Frandos? We're looking for a little bit of a Genki Gank. A little bit of pain action. 3-man rotation down here. Not a whole lot coming out of that. In the mid lane, Tychus looking for a little bit of damage, clearing out mid lane. And bottom Ruzi Camp getting picked up pretty early. Actually, at the correct conventional time. I'm surprised to see Diablo helping out because usually you like to see the tank picking up the soak while that's happening. 3-man rotation is very interesting. Lunara soloing this camp, Brightwing giving him a hand. We might miss some soak down here. Mid lane getting pushed out. Yeah, go Jaina. Top lane, fairly even. Both these tanks or offlaners have pretty good self-sustain, so they can deal with themselves pretty well. The Haka is boosting their own HP. Leoric rocking down to the mid lane to help clear these out and get some of the soak that will be missed from the giants that have begun pushing down here. And the 3-man rotation isn't picking up as many kills as one would like to see. York is getting kind of low. There's Jaina dropping some blizzard action, getting this wave clear back in the bot lane. Garrosh just picking up the soak. You'll love to see it. I think these awkward rotations get put HOTSfrandos a little bit behind in terms of XP. Let's scroll over to the XP screen and take a quick peekaroni. Not too bad. Yeah, it's mostly mercenaries actually. Yeah. Owl Build picking up both of their camps, and the Knights camp is sadly neglected for the side of HOTSfrandos. So for those of you who don't know, usually on this map you want to... Oh, hold on. Pokeflute, you found yourself in a bit of a situation, didn't you? Didn't you? I wasn't even paying attention. Ooh, Garrosh getting a little bit thrown. Lunara damage coming online. There's the Polymorph. There's the Brightwing damage. Ooh, a little bit of Jaina damage. Not quite enough. Ooh! Yeah, Diablo's fine. Taps at just around the right amount of time. The Haka burrows in. We're looking for some delay here. Li Ming is in the mid lane doing some free pushing. I guess we're just gonna poke here. There is 4 men from the side of Frandos. Owl build is 2 men here, and it is coming in. But the channel should be online. Ooh, a throw just barely misses. Grenade splash misses. Damage from the side of Owl build is, or health on the side of Owl build is relatively low. Anna doing her very best to get them darts going. But the channel does go over to HOTSfrandos. HOTSfrandos does have the first channel of the game here, at the cost of 1 tower. It puts them 125 experience points behind. Bot lane, we've got a 3-man push coming in here. Ooh, we're about to get 125. Ooh, can we get... Oh, so close. Garrosh just about throwing someone over the walls, but is not quite able to secure the throw in time, especially with that Anadart coming in clutch. Or Diablo. One of the two. Things are going pretty quickly. Second tribute spawning here. HOTSfrandos getting the memo, picking up their own bruiser camp. Jaina in the bot lane clearing out this 3-man push. 3-man push is no longer a potion, heading up to the thingy. HOTSfrandos coming in here. And there's the bruiser camp pushing in for the second objective here. And Owl build will need to deal with that. Oh, unless we can get a quick pick on the Leoric. The side of Frandos is relatively split here. Owl build can pick one and collapse on them. Oh, Leoric rolls in from the side, and we got a 4-man fight here. So the throw from the Diablo trying to get the Garrosh trying to get the Diablo into the Jaina circle. Tackle from the Diablo onto the Brightwing. Brightwing does survive a bit. A tongue onto the Garrosh, getting so low, but all that armor should be enough, especially with the Brightwing heals just passively coming online. It looks like HOTSfrandos does have the upper side here, looking for just a little bit of damage, and there's Leoric just being a nuisance on the backline. Oh, you put a huge tongue, looking for some damage on Leoric. Brightwing getting the channel for the team, and that is 2 channels, and nobody's dead. Nobody is dead yet. Okay, Lunara's dead. A little bit greedy. But that is a trade for the tribute. Top lane pushing it, and gotta say, Owl build is getting 1,
we see who gathers
2,
enough tribute this time?
3. 3 towers. An entire 375 points of experience ahead of HOTSfrandos. Yeah. Handful of minion experiments. Just a couple waves, I think. Is that Seeker? Ooh, we got a Seeker Li Ming. I love that. Albel setting up in their own brush. Lunara, check her with a wisp. Good job, girl. We love to see it. HOTSfrandos is not exactly in position for this team fight, so they kind of looks like they're just getting, giving this tribute here. Which is probably the right call with people being where they are. Oh, I heard that roar. What's going on over here? 10's online for both these teams. Aldo making a huge play for the boss. If HOTSfrandos can sniff this out, that would be a huge mistake. And there's a lot of burn. Oh, Seeker. PvE. HOTSfrandos are getting caught by surprise with the boss capture. Oddthought looking for something on the backline onto the Lunar. Lunar's a bit of a weird position for the... Oh! I think if Oddthought would have seen that, that would have been a dead Lunar, but was not quite able to pick it up. And it looks like Albuild will be just pushing in with this boss here, not electing to rotate to the top lane and take second boss off the field, but instead securing value out of this boss. And maybe securing this tribute as well. This boss will be cleared in just a couple moments here without too much loss for the side of HOTSfrandos. Just a front wall and half the fort. Ooh, Lunara jumping out of there. And we'll beat off these ults coming out. So we got Dano Boost, we got Disintegrate, Commandeer, Odin, Adaptation, and Apocalypse. And there is the tackle onto the Garrosh, looking for a bit of flip. Unstoppable coming out. Lunara getting caught, getting stunned by the Dahaka. Apocalypse coming out. Garrosh getting so low, there's a finishing from Garrosh. Li Ming looking for a little bit of damage out there with a reset. Not quite able to get it. Oh, there is a Leoric kill. And Disintegrate Value trying to get it, but the red team of HOTSfrandos is just a little bit too far away. Delzim walking away with a healthy 83 hit points. Excellent engagement from the side of Wild Build, allowing them to secure the rest of the support that they got the early lead on from the boss they secured earlier. We'll read out the rest of these 10s coming on lines. We've got Garish picking up Warlord's Challenge, a Blink Heal from the Brightwing, Leaping Strike from the Lunara, Ring of Frost on the Jaina, and Entomb on the Leoric. Now the experience gap is widening for the side of Aldo. That minion, so let's take a quick peek at the Soap breakdown. Boom. A lot of heroes. Most of it in heroes. I'm surprised, actually. That's a lot of XP for heroes. Minion Soak still about slowly falling behind. But we'll see. Mid lane's clashing. This tribute is a curse for whichever team ends up being able to pick it up. 13s are online for Aldo. The HOTSfrandos just needs to wait a little bit longer to get their own 13s, which does mean that Aldo does have a larger than average advantage. Here comes the Ring of Frost, not quite able to land on me, but Garrosh getting so low and Brightwing isn't around to get the heal up. I think I saw the warp come in, but not quite able to get it. HOTSfrandos looking to just desperately try to make something happen here. I think they just grin and bear it at this point. They just say, you know what, you guys get this curse. We just got to defend what we can, get the soap where we can, and, you know, give up what we have to. Yeah, there's the retreat things. Oh, Diablo looking real deep. A good poly from the Brightwing. Secures the getaway from Jaina. Leoric might be able to get away. Ooh, look how close they are. Yeah. Leoric getting away with the help of the Brightwing and his own Wraithwalk ability, of course. Tahaka in the bottom lane looking for quite a bit of value down here, actually. Might be able to get a fort. Lunara? Oh, Lunara's back. Lunara is backing, looking to get some defense going on here. That's siege damage from the Ming. You can hear those Seekers going up. Kapow, kapow. Ooh, Entomb onto the Diablo, looking for some damage. There's a Ring of Frost, there's a Jaina. But Garrosh goes down. Nothing else is secured there. Bottom fort is already gone, taken by the Dahaka. With Lunara unable to get him off. Really rough engagement for the side of the Franda. Those looking real clean, but we're not able to secure a kill or anything out of it.
My curse subsides.
Bottom lane is pushed in for the side of HOTSfrandos, so that'll be a thing they need to worry about for the rest of the game here. Mid fort is of course gone, and 16s are online for the side of Aldo, which means HOTSfrandos once again is at a further disadvantage here. Lunara getting pretty aggressive, looking for a little bit of free damage. Ooh, and there's Secret in combination with Mirror Ball. Getting a ton of damage onto whoever those missiles hit. And it looks like Aldo is securing their own boss from this. And HOTSfrandos does... They don't need to go into this, but they could, with cooldowns being used to secure the boss themselves. But I don't think they'll be able to do it, yeah. There's boss getting picked up, and HOTSfrandos just needs to get out of there. And most likely give up this keep, unfortunately. And keepinately. And unfortunately, it's sad. It's real sad. Ripperino this keep. Odin getting popped, and it looks like Aldo is making the commitment to destroy this keep, and maybe more. Because this keep might even be gone by the time the boss gets any real damage on them. Garrosh looking for something, just a little bit of something. Oh, but a huge tongue from the Dahaka lands on the Garrosh, looking for a little bit of healing, but not quite enough. Ring of Frost comes out, lands on some people, but yet again, we're not quite in position to secure these kills. We don't quite have the numbers or the ability to do so. And this might be a game with 2 down. It's tough to say, but this keep is falling pretty fast here. Yeah, 2 down. Yeah, this is looking like game. GG's to both the teams. That was a very decisive victory, I gotta say, from the side of Aldo. To the score screen. All right, we'll see if we can grab an interview. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Send that. Check how we're doing on the time here. Run a quick ad break. All right, I have myself down into a lobby here. Boop. Is my extension broken or is it just disabled now? I'll need to look into that. Pop over the talent screen.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. If you give me just 8 seconds of this ad
Yeah,
remaining.
no problem.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's the ad done. So anybody who wants to pop in doesn't have pre-roll ads to go through. Anyways, GG's and congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for casting us again.
No problem. How are you guys feeling tonight?
We're feeling pretty good. I think that I was just telling the team that was might have been our only opportunity this season to play the meta comp, and to really feel the power that that brings. So that was a fun opportunity.
I gotta say, game one, I'm surprised they gave you that.
Yeah, we were too. We knew that, if we picked certain bands, that we might be able to get them to ban either Joe or Rhaegar or both. But we didn't expect to be able to get both of them. And honestly, because of the way the bans have gone this season, we haven't had much of a chance to play Rhaegar or especially Johanna. But it was fun to get to whip those out of our back pocket and give them a spin.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like those are two of the more powerful picks. So getting them is quite a boon. You really showed that it's not just numbers. They have the power behind them to pull off these wins.
Absolutely. I don't necessarily like playing a meta comp in all situations because I think that there can and should be a lot of flexibility behind it. But sometimes the numbers game is the numbers game.
Mhm.
And sometimes the power that comes with heroes who are just a little bit overtuned or just really good across all situations can really be the difference between a win and a loss.
Very much so. We can take a quick peek at their comp from that game one because that was rather interesting because they didn't have a conventional main tank, and I thought, and chat did too, that they were going to go with main tank Leoric, which could work, and some people would say as a counter to Johanna, but main tank Sonya is what we saw come through.
Yeah, we were interested to see that too. We have played the double and triple bruiser comp sometimes, so we were definitely interested to see that. What we were worried about, which was reflected in our ban, was stitches. We knew that that was going to be very powerful, especially on Towers of Doom, just the way that the map is constructed. But playing into that, I definitely think it's viable. But it just has to be executed a very specific way, and that's very hard to pull off. Um, but I don't want anybody to not play Double Bruiser from now on just because of that.
Everybody play double bruiser. It's super fun. Trust me.
Do it. It's really good. There are no counters.
Unbeatable. Literally unbeatable. Ignore the last game. The game didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
All right, moving over to game two, which is also pretty good. I'm surprised to see Anna come out. I feel like Anna has been pretty underrepresented in the current meta.
Several seasons ago when I first started playing in NGS, I learned Anna by necessity. She was one of, if not the most powerful healers in play. And she was banned as commonly as Rhaegar is today. So in the seasons following that, she has kind of fallen off a little bit. Other healers have been buffed, particularly, Stukov and Rhaegar. She's just kind of fallen out of favor. She is still my favorite healer, though, and I wanted an opportunity to bring her out and just, I will be the first to say I didn't play my best game of Anna there. I missed a lot of point-blank sleeps that I should have hit. but it was still fun to get to play her in a competitive setting. That's the downside of such a strict meta, is that you don't necessarily get to play the heroes that aren't quite as powerful numbers wise, but are still a lot of fun to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way about a couple of heroes of my own. Let's see what else happened in that game. So one quick question was, there was a boss take in the bot lane that you kind of just snuck through that HOTSfrandos weren't quite able to sniff out, and you just elected to push with the boss instead of trying to get the other boss. Was that a conscious decision, or just go with the?
It was a conscious decision. So my theory there is that if you are able to sneak out that boss grab bot, like if your boss is in the bot lane, the other team is going to expect you to go top immediately to grab their boss. So either you can expect them to try and go top to counter that. So maybe they take their boss. If they do, then you just push bot, and you've got the fort at least. If not, a couple of waves behind it, and then normally you send your offlaner back, and they can kind of help defend against that. But it gives you more map power. I don't think that necessarily rushing to take the other boss is always necessarily the move, and it definitely worked out for us there. I think there was also an objective coming up bot, which was part of the reason that we stayed there, just to make sure that our power wasn't scattered across the map, especially because they had 2 objective grabs over us. So that was kind of the idea behind it.
For sure. Yeah, I think that was very well executed.
Thank you.
Other than that, you guys had a very strong macro control. You were constantly just trickling just a little bit more minion soak ahead of your adversaries, so that was very well done. I don't have anything else to say, so if you have anything else you want to add, any highlights you want to point out, or any shout outs you want to make, the floor is yours.
Nothing tonight. Thank you so much, HOTSfrandos, for facing us. That was a lot of fun. And I hope that we all got a lot of valuable experience out of it. Only shout outs that I have are to my team, as always. Thank you so much for playing your best, and for, keeping a lighthearted outlook no matter what happens. I think that that's, more important in a team than personal prowess or skill. So that's all I've got tonight.
All right, well, GG's, and good luck in the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you again for casting us.
No problem. Okay, gotta flip that number up. Bop. I said bop. There we go. All right, GG's everyone, and we'll see who we can get you guys rated off to. Let's see, time right now is 8:05 Mountain Time, so... Is Crushnator streaming?
Comes to competitive, you can be a little bit more niche in your draft.
Looks like we are. Who's this? Oh, is this Taco?
On this map is having Cho'Gath off.
Cool, let's go here. Nothing against Crushnator, but I like my friend Taco. So that's where we're going. Coffee with Soul. There we go. Thank you everyone so much for watching and coming around and just hanging out and having a good time in chat. So GG's everyone, and I will catch y'all the next time. Ciao.